Why is it important to celebrate Black History Month, and what does it mean to you?
It is important to celebrate Black History Month so we can celebrate all the people who gave us this cultural world where people are not separated by where they're from, what they are, and it means a lot to me because my family is from another place, and without Black History Month, nothing would be the same.
It's important to celebrate them, to know what they've been through to get us here, and it's also important to me because without that happening, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have different types of friends, and it was nice meeting them.
Black History Month is important to me because people back then, they didn't have everything we have now, and if you're selfish, it wouldn't be fair to anybody because not everybody had the same thing. And it is important to me because if that didn't happen, we wouldn't be here now.
It is important to celebrate Black History Month so people that don't know about it can know the history of the background of our country.
For me, I would say Black History Month, it means everyone can be equal no matter their race, their color, gender, anything.
It not only shares the importance of Black people, but also the Black ancestries that have done so much for us in our Black community.
Because it is important to celebrate the sacrifices that they made for us to enjoy the liberties that we have today.
It is important to celebrate Black History Month so you do not forget the wonderful people that has changed our history.
Because it honors the historic leaders of the Black community.
Because many people sacrificed so much for us to live in this world.
Celebrating Black History Month creates awareness for all people.
It is important to celebrate Black History Month because for people that died and how they helped the world be a better place.
Martin Luther King changed the rules because it was unfair that whites and blacks and other kinds of people had to be separated for schools and ice cream places.
And also Rosa Parks.
It's important for me because they helped us free the slaves and lots of other people.
Black History Month is important because it helped us remember the people that were in there.
Black History Month is important because we get to celebrate all the lives that have helped America change for the better.
Black History Month is important because it tells us about important people and how they changed the world.
It's important to celebrate Black History Month because of Martin Luther King's important speech, I Have a Dream, about the rights of black and white.
Or because of Rosa Parks, who was a brave, strong woman who believed that everyone should be treated fairly. It was important because Martin Luther King Jr. was a very brave man. I think looking back on the events that white people did was terrible, like how black people couldn't use the same restaurants or water fountain.
You should look up to African Americans because they did a lot of good things that we need to learn about. Like Martin Luther King gave I Had a Dream speech that made people want to be better.
I feel Black History Month is an important month because it highlights the struggle and teamwork and effort that was put to stop slavery, not just for African American races, but for all races.
I feel that Black History Month is important to me because it's important to stop and remember the hardship and suffering that not just African Americans, but all races went through to get to where we are today.
It is important to see that skin doesn't matter and you can do anything no matter your skin color.
I think it is important to be celebrated because African American people used to be treated unfair, and they fought for their rights. Also, they did nothing to be treated unfairly, so I think they deserve to be celebrated for what they did. It is important to celebrate Black History Month because it honors the people who are successful.
I think it is important to celebrate Black History Month because back in the day, black people got treated like slaves and we are celebrating for the people who fought for the other skin colors.
I think it's important to celebrate Black History Month to realize what the slaves went through and all the good people that tried to help out and with the diversity and the racism. So it means a lot to me and my family because it's still not enough diversity today. So Black History Month is very important to celebrate so you can, what's the word I'm looking for? So you can celebrate the people that didn't get their fame, I guess.
It means a lot to me, and I think it's important because it shows how all the African Americans fought to get their rights and to live in an equal world.
It's great to celebrate Black History Month because it shows us how far we've gotten as a nation, because it went from black people went from slaves to what we are now to everybody's equal, and we just need to keep going and making it to where we just completely get rid of racism. And it means, to me, I'm trying to help with getting rid of the racism, because everybody's just out for each other, and we just need to come together as a community.
It's important to celebrate Black History Month because it's a reminder of the progress we have gone through. It's a reminder not to forget all the problems we had in the past. It's a way to have us not relive it.
Another person that we should celebrate for Black American history is
Rosa Parks.
She was born on February 4th, 1913.
And in Alabama, USA.
She's an important person to celebrate because she showed us that by doing whatever she did on the bus was important to us, because she told us by doing that, everyone should be treated fairly and even.
And to make it fair, a whole bunch of people walked with Martin Luther King and marched up the hill.
That's important to us because it brought us here to what we're doing now.
And I really think it wasn't fair that Rosa Parks got arrested just for not giving up her seat to a white man.